You are not born in a house. You are born in stone. The temple walls are thicker than human memory. The air smells of dust and sacrificial blood. Your name is spoken in whispers before you can walk. You are the son of a god. That is what they tell you. That is what is carved into the walls. In ancient Egypt, a child does not belong to himself if a falcon is already painted on his brow. Your childhood is not games. It is the study of silence. The priests teach you to stand without moving. The servants teach you not to meet eyes. You learn that fear is a useful instrument. In the year when the Nile flood comes late, the temple reads the old texts. The scrolls refer to the reign of Djoser and the construction of the step pyramid at Saqqara. You are told the Pharaoh is not a man. He is a mechanism of order. You grow in the shadow of ancestors. The names Khufu and Sneferu sound like a sentence. They built pyramids. You will have to build more. You understand early, the throne is not a reward. It is a sentence passed at birth. You do not yet wear the double crown, but you already live like the dead, being prepared for eternity. Your name is carved into stone before you choose your own path. You do not have a path anyway. You learn not to feel the weight of gold. The crown is heavy, but the gazes are heavier. They lead you barefoot across the courtyard. The stone is cold. They are testing whether you will flinch. You are no longer a child when the priests place the names on your head. The year of coronation coincides with another Nile flood. Scribes record the date by the stars above Memphis. Stone remembers better than people. You are taught to count grain and lives the same way. Granaries are power. Drought is rebellion. You attend the distribution of rations. Old men fall into the dust without receiving their share. You do not change the decision. In the temple at Thebes, they show you the lists of ancestors. The name Hatshepsut is spoken carefully. She ruled like a man. Her images were struck away with chisels. You remember, even gods can be erased. You attend an execution for the first time. It is not an outburst of anger, it is procedure. The scribe records the date. The soldiers work quickly. The sand absorbs blood without comment. At 14, you already understand. They do not love you for yourself. They love you for the stability of the flood, for full granaries, for the absence of chaos. You learn to look past people. From this moment, you are adapted. The human recedes. The function steps forward. You understand that the throne does not stand on gold. It stands on fear, paper, and army. You strengthen the scribes. Papyrus is quieter than a sword, but works longer. Every tax, every sack of grain, every son born is entered into registers. Scrolls accumulate in the palace archives at Memphis. Order becomes your shield. You create a network of ears. Governors and the nomes report directly. Priests report separately. Military commanders report separately. No one knows the full picture, except you. You strengthen the army following the reforms begun under Amos I after the expulsion of the Hyksos around 1550 BCE. Chariots return to service. Bows grow longer. Border garrisons receive the right to execute without trial. You bet on monumentality. Construction is not about gods. It is about employment. You launch a new temple complex at Karnak, beside the one begun under Amenhotep III. You know, a busy population thinks less about rebellion. You divide the elite. To some, you give land. To others, offices. To others, rivalry. Alliances must not be stable. You refine your face. In public, calm. In councils, cold. In barracks, brief. Now you have tools. You no longer react to threats. You create conditions in which threats die on their own. You stop being the center. You become the node. Power is not a throne. It is a network of temples, granaries, barracks, and bloodlines. You enter it completely when you approve the high priest of Amun in Thebes without dispute. His name is carved beside yours. Stone records the alliance. You accept rules older than yourself. The festival calendar, the Opet ritual, processions on the Nile. All of this existed under Ramesses II, existed before him, and will exist after. You do not cancel tradition, you embed yourself within it. Years are marked by victories and floods. After reports of clashes on the northern border with the Hittites, scribes refer to the Battle of Kadesh in 1274 BCE. The name Mu'atali II is mentioned dryly. You understand? Even a great victory is first of all a report. You distribute offices among families that survived 3 dynasties. You do not remove old clans. You bind them to you through daughters and hostages. You introduce new taxes on copper and grain, not abruptly, gradually. through reforms presented as restoration of ancient order. Now you are part of a mechanism that does not ask permission. You are no longer playing against the system. You are its face and its dependency. You enter a period when everything works. The Nile floods on time. Granaries are full. Caravans move from south and north. They call you the embodiment of order. In the year of a great flood, scribes record the construction of a new pylon at Karnak. Your name is carved deeper than your predecessors. Beside the names Thutmose III and Seti I, you place yourself among them. Stone tolerates it. You conduct a military campaign in the east. Garrisons advance toward the borders of Syria. Reports arrive from near Gaza. Scribes compare your actions to the campaigns at Megiddo in the 15th century BCE. You do not argue. History is a useful instrument. In the Valley of the Kings, preparation of your tomb begins. Work proceeds parallel to your reign. Architects measure corridors. Priests refine the texts of the Book of the Dead. You are alive, but already being prepared for eternity. You hold a great Opet festival. The procession moves along the Nile. The people see gold, fabrics, barges. They see stability. They see you. At the peak, there is no joy. There is control, numbers, reports. You know that the higher the columns, the heavier their fall. For now, everything holds. For now, the system works for you. The first thing to crack is not stone, it is trust. The Nile flood comes lower than usual. Scribes record the water level. Archives compare it to records from the time of Merneptah. There were grain problems then too. Taxes rose then too. You raise collections. Granaries do not fill by command. Soldiers accompany tax collectors. The first bodies appear hanging in villages. This is not rebellion, it is warning. In the year when rumors reach the palace, work on your tomb in the Valley of the Kings slows. Workers demand rations on time. Scribes record a strike, as happened under Rameses III around 1159 BCE. History repeats without respect for title. You begin purges. Several governors disappear. One high priest dies suddenly. Protocols are clean. Causes, natural. You reinforce Western garrisons. Tribes stir. Caravans are cut more often. Border reports grow shorter and more anxious. You notice that at festivals, people do not look into your eyes. They look at the soldiers. The price does not come in a single blow. It comes as a list. Expenses rise, loyalty falls, stone still stands, but stress lines run through it. You understand, the peak was not a summit, it was a load limit. Allies disappear first. Letters from the north come less often, then stop entirely. Trade routes through the Levant collapse after upheavals later called the invasions of the Sea Peoples around 1200 BCE. Chronicles recall the reign of Rameses III. Then they held. Now, the resources are not the same. You send armies to the coast. A fleet is assembled in the delta. Fortifications rise in the Nile Delta. Reports are dry, ships with foreign markings, families on deck, weapons of new types. High priests in Thebes begin acting independently. Temples grow richer faster than the palace. Offerings bypass the treasury. The name of Amun sounds louder than yours. You understand the center is dissolving. Nomes decide matters without approval. Garrisons demand payment in advance. Scribes serve whoever pays in grain, not title. Rumors of conspiracy spread in the capital. You increase guards, replace confidants, but the system is no longer closed. It leaks. The Nile floods low again. Granaries empty faster than plans are made. You feel the era that held you is leaving, not with a scream, with exhaustion. You wake before dawn. The palace is quiet, too quiet. The guard was changed at night. New faces, old ones gone. You understand everything without explanation. The conspiracy is documented cleanly, like a tax report. You remember the fate of Tutankhamun, young, convenient. His name outlived him. You are older, your name heavier, but that is no guarantee. The council gathers without you. In Thebes, the high priest has already blessed a new successor. Chronicles will later call it the beginning of the Third Intermediate Period after 1070 BCE. The name Smendes will be written in Tanis. You are still alive, but the era is already rewritten. You are not executed publicly. It is unnecessary. You are isolated, moved to a guarded residence. Officially, for health. In the Valley of the Kings, work on your tomb stops. Parts of the reliefs are erased. Cartouches are chiseled away carefully. Stone knows how to forget. You remain without function, without processions, without reports. without fear in others' eyes. Months later, scribes record the date of death. Cause, natural. Your body is mummified according to protocol. Your name is shortened. You enter eternity not as a peak, as an entry in a list.